Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jack and Emma podcast. We're so happy you're here with us today. Today's episode is very special because we're going to practice 7 conversations that every English learner should be able to have. These are real-life conversations that you can use at school, at work, while traveling, at a restaurant, in a store, or when meeting new people. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited about this episode because sometimes English learners know hundreds or even thousands of words, but they still feel nervous when they have to speak. The problem is often not vocabulary. The problem is knowing how to use simple English in real situations.
Exactly. You don't need complicated English to communicate well. You need simple words, useful expressions, and enough practice to feel comfortable using them. So today, Jack and I are going to show you 7 important conversations. You can listen, repeat, and practice them with us.
And remember, don't worry if your English isn't perfect. Your goal is communication. If you make a mistake, keep going. Every conversation is another opportunity to improve.
So, Jack, are you ready for our 7 conversations?
Absolutely. Let's start with the first one.
Conversation number 1 is introducing yourself. This is probably one of the most important conversations in English because you can meet new people almost anywhere. You might meet someone at work, at school, at a party, at a conference, or while traveling.
And the good news is that introducing yourself can be very simple. You don't need a long speech. You can start with your name and then ask the other person's name.
Let's show everyone an example.
Hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Emma. I'm Jack. Nice to meet you too.
Where are you from, Jack?
I'm from California. How about you?
I'm from New York.
Oh, nice. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is. I'm here for a conference.
That's great. What do you do?
I'm an English teacher. What about you?
I work in marketing.
That's interesting. How long have you been working in marketing?
About 5 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, I really enjoy it.
That's a simple conversation, but it includes many useful questions. You can use, where are you from? What do you do? Is this your first time here? And what do you do for work?
You can also talk about your hobbies. For example, what do you like to do in your free time? Someone might answer, I like reading, watching movies, and playing basketball. Here's another important expression. Nice to meet you.
When someone introduces themselves to you for the first time, you can say, nice to meet you. The other person can answer, nice to meet you too.
And if you've already met someone before, you can say, nice to see you again. That's a little different because you're seeing the person again.
Great. So conversation number 1 is introducing yourself. Practice talking about your name, where you're from, what you do, and your hobbies.
Now let's move to conversation number 2, making small talk. Small talk is very important in English. It's the casual conversation we have with people about simple everyday topics.
Some learners are afraid of small talk because they don't know what to say, but small talk can be very easy. You can talk about the weather, your weekend, work, hobbies, food, or plans.
Let's imagine we're coworkers meeting in the morning.
Good morning, Emma. How are you today?
Good morning, Jack. I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes, I did. I went to a new restaurant with some friends.
Oh, really? What kind of food did you have?
We had Italian food. The pasta was delicious.
That sounds great. Was the restaurant expensive?
Not too expensive. The prices were pretty reasonable.
I'll have to try it sometime.
You should. I think you'd like it.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm not sure yet. I might stay home and relax.
That sounds nice. Sometimes staying home is the best plan.
Absolutely.
See? That conversation was very simple. We talked about the weekend, food, restaurants, and future plans. These are perfect small talk topics.
One important thing about small talk is that you should ask follow-up questions. If someone says, I went to a restaurant, don't just say, okay. Ask, what kind of food did you have, or did you enjoy it? This keeps the conversation going. And remember, you don't need to have an interesting story every time. Simple conversations are perfectly fine. You can talk about your morning, your coffee, the weather, or what you're doing later. Now let's move to conversation number 3, ordering food at a restaurant. This is extremely useful, especially when you're traveling.
Let's imagine Jack and I are having lunch at a restaurant. Good afternoon. Could we have a table for 2, please?
Of course. Right this way.
Thank you.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, I think so. Emma, are you ready?
Yes, I'd like the grilled chicken, please.
And I'll have the pasta.
Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, I'd like a glass of water, please.
I'll have an iced tea.
Does the pasta come with a salad?
Yes, it does.
Great. I'll have that.
Excellent. I'll put your order in.
Thank you.
This conversation contains some very useful expressions. Instead of saying, give me chicken, you can say, I'd like the chicken, please. That's polite and natural.
You can also say, could I have? For example, could I have a glass of water, please? Or could I have the menu, please?
And if you have a question about the food, you can ask, what does this dish come with? Or is this spicy? Or does this contain nuts?
And at the end of the meal, you can say, could we have the check, please? Or can we get the bill, please? Both expressions are useful.
Great. Now let's move to conversation number 4, shopping.
Shopping is another situation where English learners need simple, practical English. You may need to ask about a price, size, color, or product.
Let's imagine we're shopping for a shirt.
Excuse me, how much is this shirt?
It's $40.
Do you have it in a smaller size?
Let me check. What size are you looking for?
A small, please.
Yes, we have a small. Great.
Can I try it on?
Of course. The fitting rooms are over there.
Thank you.
How does it fit?
It fits well. I like the color, too.
Would you like to buy it?
Yes, I think I'll take it.
There are several useful expressions here. How much is this is one of the most important questions when shopping. You can also ask, do you have this in another size, or do you have this in another color?
And when you decide to buy something, you can say, I'll take it. That's a very natural expression.
If you're not ready to buy something, you can simply say, I'm just looking, thank you. That's very useful when a salesperson asks if you need help.
Another useful question is, can I try this on? Remember that try on means putting clothes on to see if they fit.
Excellent. Now let's move to conversation number 5, asking for directions. This one is especially important when traveling.
Imagine you're in a new city and you don't know where the train station is.
Excuse me, could you help me?
Sure. What do you need?
I'm looking for the train station. Do you know where it is?
Yes, it's about 10 minutes from here.
Is it within walking distance?
Yes, just walk straight down this street, then turn left at the traffic light.
Okay, straight ahead and then left?
That's right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That was easy. When asking for directions, you can start with, excuse me, then say, could you help me? Or could you tell me how to get to?
You should also know some basic direction words. Left, right, straight, across from, next to, behind, and near. These words can help you understand directions.
For example, someone might say, the bank is next to the supermarket, or the hotel is across from the train station.
And if you don't understand the directions, don't be afraid to ask again. You can say, sorry, could you repeat that? Or could you explain that again?
That's an important lesson for English learners. If you don't understand something, ask. Don't just smile and pretend you understand.
Exactly. Asking for clarification is a communication skill, not a weakness.
Now we're ready for conversation number 6, making plans with a friend.
This is one of my favorite conversations because we use it all the time. We make plans for dinner, movies, coffee, exercise, shopping, or weekend activities.
Let's imagine we're planning our weekend. Hey, Emma, are you free this Saturday? I think so. Why? Would you like to get lunch together? Sure, that sounds great. What time works for you? How about 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock works for me. Where should we go? There's a new restaurant downtown. Would you like to try it? Sure. I've heard good things about it. Great. I'll make a reservation. Thanks. Should we meet at the restaurant? Yes, let's meet there at 1. Sounds good. See you Saturday. See you. That's a very natural conversation. One useful expression is, are you free? You can say, are you free tomorrow? Or are you free this weekend? Another useful expression is, would you like to? For example, would you like to see a movie? Or would you like to have coffee? If you're available, you can say, sure, I'd love to. Or, that sounds great. If you're busy, you can say, I'm sorry, I'm busy that day. You can also suggest another time. How about Sunday instead? That's important. When you can't accept an invitation, you don't need to simply say no. You can suggest another time or another activity. And finally, we're ready for conversation number 7, talking about your life and goals. This is a little deeper than the other conversations, but it's still very useful. When you become friends with someone, they may ask about your future plans, your dreams, your work, or what you want to achieve. Let's have an example. So, Emma, what are your goals for this year? I have a few goals. First, I want to improve my health and exercise more regularly. I also want to read more books and continue improving my English. What about you? One of my biggest goals is to learn a new skill. I also want to travel more and spend more time with my family. Those are great goals. What kind of skill would you like to learn? I'd like to learn photography. I enjoy taking pictures, but I don't really know how to use a professional camera. That sounds fun. Are you planning to take a class? Yes, I'm thinking about taking a class next month. That's great. I hope you achieve your goal. Thank you. And I hope you achieve your goals too. Thank you. This conversation teaches us some useful expressions. You can say, my goal is to, for example, my goal is to improve my English. You can also say, I'm planning to, or I'd like to. These expressions are excellent when talking about your future. And if someone tells you about their goals, you can encourage them by saying, that sounds great. I hope you achieve your goal, or I believe you can do it. I love that last part. because English conversations aren't only about grammar and vocabulary. They're also about connecting with people. When someone shares a goal, a problem, or an exciting plan with you, you can show interest and support. Exactly. Good communication means listening as well as speaking. Sometimes the best thing you can say is simply, "Really? That's interesting," or "Tell me more." Now let's quickly review our 7 conversations. Number 1, introducing yourself. Number 2, making small talk. Number 3, ordering food at a restaurant. Number 4, shopping. Number 5, asking for directions. Number 6, making plans with a friend. And number 7, talking about your life and goals. These 7 conversations cover many situations that you may experience in everyday life. But here's the most important part. Don't just listen to this episode. Practice it. Exactly. Pause the podcast and repeat our sentences. Try changing the information to make the sentences true for you. Instead of saying, "I'm from California," say,